Okay, so I'm sweating now. The fan's still on, and this is the last video. It's a story time thing, because it's terrible. So, as most of you know, I'd made molds of baby dragons for about 8 inches or so. And it's original mold of my red dragon, Romy. And I decided, hey, I want to mold this, and I had a taxidermist help me, which my dad's good friends with. So there's like a bunch of these, literally. I have a whole bucket full of dragons that I probably can't sell because the material's expensive, and then I'm not gonna get whatever. Okay, so anyways, story about this. Okay, so it's made out of, I use smooth cast, I don't know, some kind of, you mix the materials and then it hardens, but it's super hot, so if you touch it, it'll burn you. Okay, the first time we did it, I was at the taxidermist shop thing. Everything was fine. There was a little leaking coming out of the mold. Mold is this. So there's like holes and stuff in it, and I got the supplies back. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it at my house. I got the materials on the frickin' the kitchen counter, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put a towel down, everything's gonna be good, life will be good. And so I did that, and my sister was sitting in the chair telling me not to do it, and I didn't listen to her. I never listen to anybody, and it resulted in bad things. I poured, I got all the stuff, I had the weighing scale, and and so I poured it, and the mold was on top of the towel, so I'm like, oh, it's safe. That was stupid of me. I'm so stupid. So I just sit there. I'm like, okay, this is going good. Nothing's happening. And then all of a sudden, I try to lift the mold, the pink one, and it's stuck to the kitchen counter. And I can't explain how hard this is. You can probably like knock somebody out with it. It's super hard. You could probably kill someone with this. I'm just saying. The mold was stuck onto the table. I was freaking out at this point. My sister was like, I told you. And she was just sitting there, and I'm like screaming at her to help me, and I was getting freaking everything known to man trying to pry it off, but it wouldn't come off. So eventually she's like, okay, I'm freaking gonna help you. So she gets up, and then we start just beating the crap out of the table, which was a really bad idea because it's hard to replace. And our mom was gonna be home in an hour to talk to us. And I was like, oh crap. So we're just I'm spraying water on it, putting soap everywhere, and then she was over there with a frickin' knife stabbing it. I have pictures of me drilling it. After an hour, we get it off, and we're like, oh god, this is great. But the big problem was there was a giant hole in the table from where my sister was stabbing the table. And that was the bad thing. So, okay, we're like, okay, let's just paint over it. Maybe it won't show up. That kind of worked a little bit. My mom came home. We were kind of laughing about it because it was funny. We're like, okay, we're gonna tell this down the road. It's gonna be like a 10 years later joke that she'll never know about. It was going pretty good. We're all sitting there. She's kind of suspicious. All of a sudden, she walks to the table, to the part where there's a hole in it, and she was like, what did you guys do to my table? And we're like, oh crap. And then she's like, is that why you didn't clean the table? I'm like, yeah. I took the blame for it, because I mean, it was my fault, but I didn't do the whole thing. I felt so terrible. I was like, I am the worst person ever for not listening, but she was more mad, apparently, at us not telling her. I was trying not to laugh about it, because I thought it was kind of funny, but it was obviously bad. So that happened, and I got a dragon out of it, of course. This isn't it. I think it's somewhere over there. There's, I don't know, 12 of these so far, but now I know not to do that, so yeah. I'm kind of bad at doing stupid things and then realizing later how stupid they were. That's kind of my life, if you know me. And during that time I was messaging everybody, freaking out about it. I thought I would tell you guys that story. I know some of you already know it. Not that many though. So now you know how stupid I am. So that's a story with that. Very interesting. Lots of panicking and screaming and sweating and like just me in my underwear freaking drilling crap. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions or video topics you want me to talk about, I'm always free to do them. Thank you for watching.